And hello all you amazing people, and remember you're always amazing because you clicked on this video out of all the videos you could have clicked on. Currently we're at 1,219 subscribers. It would really mean a lot to me if you did subscribe. And in today's video I'm going to be going over whether artifact sets really matter. The reason why I'm posing this question is because nowadays artifact sets are really good. I'm talking we have 50% normal and charged plunging attack damage. 50%. We go over to like Crimson Witch, I mean, look at this. Pyro damage 15. Oh wow, look at that. And then vaporize and melt damage by 15%, but then, you know, every time you use your E skill, you get gives you more set bonus, but you can't really do that with most characters. So Hu Tao is a character that's like, is she gonna be better on Crimson Witch or just a broken set that has really good substats? I was thinking of a couple characters, but I've decided that I'm gonna be doing Hu Tao. I do have Hu Tao triple crown, so you know we can see how well this works, and we're gonna be testing her out on just one team. We're just gonna compare both, so I'm gonna figure out what my best stat artifacts are. We're gonna compare what Hu Tao looks like right now, which is 54-207, which is also considering she has her best in slot. So definitely this is I would say a decent comparison to make. We'll be keeping the EM sands, right, but we're just gonna have, you know, a broken set. I mean, I wouldn't call this at all good, basically. This is the only good piece she has, really. I guess this one is also good, and this one's good. So basically, she doesn't really have a good pyro damage bonus goblet or a elemental mastery sands, but we're gonna fix that right now. Actually, not right now. We're gonna go test out Crimson Witch first, so let's get into it. So here's the generic team that we're using. Bennett gives more of a damage buff than 50% or below 50% Hu Tao, so we're gonna be still using Bennett. Also, Bennett does provide more damage for Xingqiu, so overall it's just a win. As you can see there, example one of Bennett. All right, so 82,000 on a melt. All right, and then let's see what she does on a burst. 132,000. All right, so that's what we're looking for. 132,000 on burst, and then 82,000 on her charge attack vaporize. Okay, so I am done with my Hu Tao. I'm gonna show you the difference in build afterwards, but I do want to just get this in real quick. So let's do this. All right. So I avoided using a Hu Tao at all, and I just used Bennett's E skill to recover her energy. So I'm going to be surprised by these results just as much as you may be. So let's get into it. I really do want to see what these results are. But before we see these results, hey, I've got a Discord server. You should go join it. It's in the description. Do it. I don't know how much this is going to be. I'm really curious. All right. Didn't crit. All right. Can we crit? 65,000, 63,000, but that's without Bennett's buff. Great. It's funny that this build didn't crit because it's the one with higher crit rate. But yes, it decided not to crit on the most important things. I do want to get my Hu Tao below 50% because we were below 50% originally. That's not happening. Okay, so that 82,000 that we saw at the beginning, I know that was below 50% HP because it's just a whole thing. And I mean, I was below 50%. I thought Bennett would heal me before we actually did anything. But that 82,000, I know for a fact, is definitely because we are below 50%. It's, yeah, I don't want to go into explaining it. Let's get into it. Here we are. 84,000, very comparable. Alright, I'm waiting to be above 125,000. So, very minuscule increase. Wow. Alright. So, there's a very minuscule increase. Now, let me show you the build. That's 77 or 72% more crit damage. And is that practically the same crit rate? Might be. But the point is, after all of this, Hu Tao on Crimson Witch, which really does not help that much. Hu Tao was only hitting a little bit harder than the original one. Yeah, there legitimately is not a single. So for that small minuscule increase, we got very little. I do not recommend doing this. It just did not work out. Yeah, really bad. Would not recommend. So yeah, that's how much an artifact set matters. It really does. I don't really know what to say about that. In terms of how much an artifact set matters, I guess more so Crimson Witch matters. It's about 70% crit damage, so that's a pretty sizable amount, I would say. It's pretty sizable. I would say 70% crit damage is pretty sizable. We're just gonna redo this really quickly, just because I want to see. Yep, we're back to the build. Let me check my other characters. Yep, we mainly took from Ganyu and Yoimiya. I don't really know if... Well, yeah, we're back with this. But yes, I'm gonna just test this out really quick while I end the video. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend going in switching up all those artifacts and just putting all of your best artifacts on one character, especially considering Crimson Witch is like one of the weaker artifact sets. In terms of the buffs that it gives, the real, like, because Ito, like I said in the beginning of this video, he is a massive buff from his artifact set compared to most characters. I mean, the damage that his artifact set gives is just insane. So I chose Hu Tao because she basically had, 67,000 when we don't have the full buff here. Yeah, that's what I was trying to make sure that we saw, because it's 67,000 with the Bennett buff and all that. So yeah, running a full set definitely matters. Maybe, depending on what character you're running, I could say that, you know, Thundering Fury is definitely possibly a thing that you could get rid of, because it's basically a worse version of Crimson Witch. Like, I mean, you got Hyper Bloom, I guess that helps out things, sure, whatever. But the Electro damage bonus is basically the only thing you're gonna give out, and then I guess Aggravate also, so maybe, but not really. Do artifact sets matter? Yeah, a lot. Even like the weaker one. But all the new artifact sets nowadays are basically completely busted. You just have healing damage bonus, right? That's great and all, but then look at this passive. The 4-piece set. Like, what? Okay. This 4-piece set is like a whole novel. And it gives you like 30 extra K damage every couple seconds. And then, you know, this is 58% defense and 28 geo damage bonus. You look at Crimson Witch, and then this looks like the next coming of Jesus compared to that. So yes, artifact sets matter a lot. A lot more than I thought. I thought, you know, we're gonna outdamage it with the huge mega stats, but only 2K, that's not a lot. And we hit 120 something thousand with the burst, without the Bennett buff. Like, it was good and it was better. However, it was not anywhere near good enough to just outright destroy your artifacts or whatever. Obviously, this is gonna vary from a case-to-case basis, because I could have had 100+ crit damage and we could have seen the difference then, but I don't. So it's only about a 70% crit damage difference. I mean, realistically, there was no difference. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.